doesn't seem to want to change over. Sorry guys, having some technical issues. There we go. Hello guys, welcome back to another GoldRush Leaderboards Season 16 live stream. Apologies for any background noise for the second. My daughter's just making me a drink like the lovely person she is.
Shut
up. My Frankenstein seems to be having a good time on its own. Katie, shut up. And I am very close to a clean out. I am about 50% to a clean out. I've not done one today. I have, however, if I can get that in there, there we go. Ah. Thank you, Mortimer. I got my coffee now. I did, as you can see, finish bulldozing up here. This is nice, flat. Got plenty of space on the sides here because we all know that the excavator's got a really fat ass and needs some room to swing. But for the sake of about an hour's worth of bulldozing, I've got squares that are now almost, or some squares that are almost free of overburden completely. That one in fact is free of overburden. And of course it's much easier to maneuver. So like I said, an hour's worth of bulldozing for this saves so much time in the long run. Right, let's have a look, see if this is still lined up okay. That would be a no. That's alright. I'll just output into the second one. That's not a lot of dirt put through, but I didn't actually start digging until about 10 and 11 during the day, so that's not bad overall, I suppose. Who do we have anyway? Hello Spy, how you doing, dude? In fact, how are you doing? No, Spy, that is not allowed. Oh. Wait, yeah, that is not allowed. You are less than 100 behind me. No. Not gonna happen. We now have Dan X on my friends list leaderboard, and he is rapidly catching up as well. In fact, we will see him in the bottom half of the leaderboards in about 500 ounces or so. 600 ounces. It's not bad, dude. I'm just going to clean up down here just a little bit. In fact, no, do you know what? I can do it into this one because I'm going to be moving this one over. So good job I got the weather effects turned off, like the rain and the snow. The amount of storms and things I've had, well, not even storms, like, it's saying again that I've got what looks like snow on my thing, but it's probably rain. And we are good. Alright, let's keep going. Now this square here, I think it's this one. If that is the case, then we're looking at a 654 ounce square. Yeah, this one. Nice. Not that it's obviously going to contribute to the entire clean out, but it's still going to be good. I think the one next to me was pretty good, decent as well. So I'm hoping that this is going to be something like a 600 ounce clean out. That would be decent, and that would push me. Let's have a look. What would that do to me? Nothing. Well, that'll push me away from Spy a little bit. But I need about 1,000 ounces to push up another position. Now, I am off all day tomorrow, so I'm hoping to catch up some ground tomorrow. Then I'm working 2 days, and I'm off again on Wednesday. And the next time you'll see a live stream after tonight for this is going to be on Thursday. So I'm hoping by then I would have made some progress to catching up to the top 10. But I am off. I'm working next week, then I'm off for a week. Got it booked off. So I can do some major damage during that week. That is the hope anyway. Whilst I'm at the point where every clean out counts right now. So normally what I would do is just collect all buckets that I've been doing that day, and do a big clean out at the end. But at the moment I am going to be doing one clean out at a time to monitor what I need, what I got, because I am trying to push towards obviously owning all of my equipment instead of renting it by the end of this year if I'm able. There's a good chance that I can't get the Frankensteins. Frankensteins are a back burner item. I'm happy to continue renting them. They're costing me about 60 to 70 grand. So about half of my cost actually. Depends on how much money I've got, I suppose. Definitely want to replace, buy out my shaker and my jigs. I can't remember what version of it I got. They're not the planters, I don't think. They're the other ones. Can never always get them mixed up. Can't be long now. wasn't too sure if I could get that one. It's actually chucked quite a lot of dirt into this. There we go. What do people reckon? I would love to, I'm really hoping I get like a 600 ouncer. That would do me perfectly. 600 ounce clean out. I mean, obviously the bigger the better, but I really want to see that 600 mark. Yeah, that worked. I just did a complete 360 there. That's the super sensitive nature of my mouse. I don't have a lot of desk space, so. Alright. Let's put this here so I know what it's for. That's because you keep digging under your tracks a bit too far. Either that, or it's because you've got terrain looking like this bit here that I'm on. Hello again, by the way, 54. Or do you want me to call you Bear? I'll call you Bear. This makes life so much easier. This took me an hour to bulldoze, that's it. And now my excavator is no longer sliding about on the dirt. And it removed a fair portion of overburden as well. Bear is fine, that's cool. It's just a lot easier than saying 54 all the time. And of course, when I say an hour, I mean real life time, not in game. I'll turn my machine volume down a little bit here for you. So like I said, these are, I mean, been digging in an average of 600 ounce squares for this clean out. So I am hoping for that 600 ouncer when we process the gold. The dozer infernal machine is possessed by the evil spirit of a demented ski jump builder. Everything goes nice and flat and then boom, ski jump. Yeah, hold on. I don't have one on claim right now, but I'll endeavour to explain if I can. So say this is the bulldozer, okay? That's your bulldozer blade, sat like that. So what you do is you go all the way down so that it goes partially into the ground the way it normally does, and then you nudge it up just a little bit. Then you should, from there, be able to slowly push the dirt forwards. If you go too high or too low, it will do what you said, it will make a ramp. And you don't want too much. That first one, okay, yeah, you don't have much choice, that first push. But once you got that first strip done, you might have to try and flatten out any lumps that are in it. Otherwise you'll get trapped on it. But then just try and get a little bit on the edge next to you, rather than try for another strip. And each successful pass, I recommend doing a quick save. If you fail, quickly load it up. It just takes practice. I mean, when I first started playing this game, I could not handle the front end loaders to save my life. Couldn't get on with the oscillation of it. So it just takes practice. My advice, if you're not competing in the leaderboards, just take a bulldozer over to Old Arnold. It's a cheap claim to rent, and if you don't intend on digging there, you know, you can just use it for practice. If you don't want to do it on Old Arnold, like me, at some point or another, I might actually want to dig on Old Arnold. In which case, I would probably, if I had the money to rent the claim, practice the dozer on Riverview, because I cannot stand digging on that claim. I hate it with a passion. So it doesn't matter to me one iota if I end up just ruining that claim. Oh my god. Push the damn button. Thank you. Hello, Dan X. Another clean out already. Nice. Yeah. Well, this is. This has taken me a couple of hours. I was digging slowly. Got back from work. A bit tired, a bit worn out. You know, made a coffee. Did some PC stuff that needed doing as a result of an update, a Windows update. You know, things like that. Then I jumped on. Dug for about, I don't know, 3 hours. Like I said, did it slowly. No, finished bulldozing, sorry. Then I dug. That was it. But yeah. And there should, in theory, if I can go hard enough, be another clean out before the end of the stream. And I'm not working tomorrow, so I can go a little later tonight. Now these squares, Dan, that I've been digging in are an average of 600. Maybe slightly less on one, a little over on another, you know. You get the idea. Predictions. Right, so what's in there so far are the mat buckets and one from my trap up there. That should be a high yield magnetite. Start big and then it will dwindle as we go down, as we go along. Yeah, I've done that before. There was a time back when a leaderboard season was 2 months IRL, and there were no nuggets from drilling, so you had to start using the mobile wash plant, push your way up to tier 3 and so on and so forth, all starting at Old Arnold as well. That was the first leaderboard I ever actually tried properly. Let's have a look, see where it was. No, it wasn't that one. That one, there we go, that's the one. So what I did is I gave myself, I waited until there was exactly 4 weeks left till the end of the leaderboard. And I was working as well, bear in mind. So I just wanted to see how I'd do, just playing at my own pace. And that was the result, 34th on the first time I played. That wasn't too bad considering. I didn't win anything, of course. Do you know what? I have no idea what the magnetite was, but look at the number on that bucket. You reckon 550, 600? I would love to see a 600 mark. I really would. What we got? Wow. I mean, that's been diluted a little bit. And that's still, damn, that's good. Right, are we counting as we're going again, or are we just gonna watch it climb? Yeah, well, I mean, as long as you're having fun playing. I know that's a cliche, but you know, that's the whole point of it, isn't it? That's the most annoying thing. when you forget that you've got to wait to like 50% on the bucket or below X point on this one as well. Now the magnetite amount is going to drop with each bucket because I went for the higher ones first. See? But we're already at 200 ounces. I always wait till it's at the 70% mark before I put in another bucket, because there is the occasional buckets. If I did it at the 25% mark, there are some buckets that actually have like 26% in them. Like 70, 69, up to 96. So that had 27% in that bucket. I'm not sure how that works. I don't know how you can exceed a bucket. Don't know how you can exceed 100% in a bucket, but what are we up to? 340? Basically 350. Do you know what I'd like to see added to this game if they ever add anything else? That bigger wash oh crap, I hate when I do that. That bigger table, shaker, you know, one of them. The green one that you see on the TV show. It looks like it could catch a lot more gold. And it'll be a nice little advancement in the tier up system. Well, actually no, not now that you can just insta go for the highest tier, of course, but alright, we've got about 3 point something buckets. Now last time we had almost 600 ounces and we was at 150% on the magnetite. So this is going to be over 600 ounces easy. Although, having said that, oh there we go, that jumped up a nice little notch there. Do you see that? That jumped up about 20 ounces. It was 550. You reckon 625? 650 would be a nice number. That's a lot of magnetite. 29% short of 2 full buckets. And again, I'm just going to be selling it. I need the money at the moment. Oh, wow, wow. Past 600, past your guess, Dan. Ah. The hell am I doing? No. 669 ounces. Holy crap. Oh, the gold gods smile upon me. The gold rush deities. You know what? I think it's time we make a little purchase. Well, not quite so little, but it's not going to be like massive. I mean, I've seen almost 800 ounces. I've seen like 7 between 740 and 760 I've seen as my highest. And bear in mind, guys, this is only 600 sorry, this is only 600 ounce squares that I'm digging in. I've still got 700 and 800 ounce squares to go. Like, I'm down in here, okay, 500, 600s, and over here, why is that one highlighted? Well, just for deletion purposes. But 600, 750 nearly, 700 basically, 708, 800, 700, 844, 859. So the further back I go, the better my clean outs are going to get. I mean, it's at the point where I'm almost tempted to just delete dirt to get to those good ones. I'm not going to, of course. There's a lot of gold to waste. $900 magnetite, 9 grand's worth of magnetite. That's not bad. Almost a max selling amount. Another 70 odd grand. I'm thinking basically the amount of gold I got left is going to be my my tax. But I'll still smelt it all anyway. It's easier to keep track of the money than it is money and gold. Not even worth smelting that 30 ounce bar. I'll let that one collect tick over. Oh no, because I might end up doing a clean out before the day's out if I'm lucky. I'll sell it. I'll smelt and sell it. That's not bad. 3 ounce, a 300 ounce clean out is an average hole. Slightly above average, let's say. 400 being good, anything above that being fantastic. Like 400 being great, anything above that being fantastic. Oh yeah, I've still got the flame design on my truck. I'll swap that back over to my leaderboard skin. Oh, before I forget, I need to reset that. Autosave, damn you. Is that on the year mark? Yep. I am loving the prices this year. Holy crap. So 309 in 395 grand. Jeez. course, I'll lose a goodly portion of that, but considering how I'm climbing, I might very well be able to own my vehicles by the end of the year. And it depends on whether or not I need to do the reset before then. Now, there it is. Grab 3 of them. Pick up skin. I'll transfer them at the claim, it'll be easier. Oh, yes, what's that done for me on the leaderboards? Anything? Let's push me out of spy's range a little bit. Oh, okay, so the guy who's above me has done a clean out as well. No, yeah, no, the guy who is in 13th was the guy who was above me. So he's done a clean out. Hey, I'm in the top 10 there though. And it doesn't look like... Wait. How many years has he put in? He must be in his second year. DG... whatever his name is. Ah, tactical. Dude, you are going beast again. Dude, if you're lurking in the chat somewhere, you are going nuts. Look at that, all in one season. It's almost all in one season, all in 1 year. That is fantastic, dude. Well done, if you're there. He's been known to pop his head into the streams. Might park the car here. Let's take up some space, shall we? Like that. Then we'll move the tanks into place. Because by taking up the space, they should spawn lower down in the map. There we go, see? And that is how you stop them from spawning over by the shed for the long setups. Just have some vehicles blocking that section there. I want to get in from the other side on this one. Oh, sorry guys, 2 seconds. Sorry about that, my phone decided it didn't want to watch the stream anymore. It's how I keep an eye on it to make sure I haven't accidentally hit a button to on my number pad to change the scene or anything like that. Alright, let's zoom out so I can actually see what I'm doing. That, come tomorrow, should have fuel. Once I've purchased it, of course. Damn, I did the wrong end. Or I did it too far away. Yeah, I meant to do it closer. It's alright, I can nudge it. There we go. There we are, that should work a lot better. I don't need all of that in there. Ah, sod it, may as well, I've got the money. It's going to be using the other ones. It's going to be tricky. So, on my right. I need the hose to be on my right. It's a shame the fuel isn't delivered instantly the same way the water is. That was me not paying attention. Right, let's move this one into place. It just saves me having to drive the mobile fuel tank around. No, it's essentially a one-time setup for the whole claim, for all the time you're digging on that claim until you reset the map. You might have to nudge it here and there if you move your Frankensteins, but largely they're pretty much set. You just have to remember to take the hoses off during the winter and reattach them again in the spring. Whoa, 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 whoa. Too close. No machine loving allowed. There we are. Right, for now I have to leave the other one in place because that one's being moved around a lot. I could just use the mobile tank and leave it down in there pretty much. Or would you get up close and personal to a guy named Frank? Would you invade Frank's personal space? No, just the name makes you not want to do it. No, it isn't. That fuel tank isn't empty. Look. Ready? Hey, look, a full tank of gas. Imagine that. It's just one of those things, you just don't feel like it's something that should be done. I know you're quite literally judging a book by its cover, but still. Maybe a girl named Francine. Oh, this is basic. This is almost like racetrack smooth right now. Well, the name Francine indicates French, and with the French, anything's possible in that department. Did I buy any on the second one? I don't think I did I? I didn't buy any fuel. Nor this one. And I know this one's not going to be put into play just yet, so I'm not going to put the entire thing, just that will do. No, I don't think I did on the second one. My bad. I wish there was a way you could lock them down like you can with the with them. Ladders suck in this game. Just because. Yeah, I love Hydroneer. I might be playing with. Oh, yeah, I did tell you, didn't I? I told you yesterday, Dan. What? Me and Old Man Gaming are just waiting for the multiplayer aspect to kick in. I still reckon that should say Acme. I mean, I had Hydroneer from the off, and they made some advancements pretty quickly. They didn't just wait for things to see how people would react to the game. They actually got stuff done. Right, if you excuse me for a second, guys, I'm going to plug this in. I'm going to mute my mic, and then I'm going to go and get my fan and plug it in, turn it on. It's really muggy tonight. I'm really feeling the heat. So give me a sec and I'll be right back. Okay, hopefully that's not going to be too loud, but it is one of those nights. It's just, some nights you just can't handle the heat, or you can handle the heat, you just can't handle the mugginess of it, you know? That heat that just seeps in and through. It's not just skin feeling hot, it's the entirety of you, just because of how the heat is affecting things. Right. Now this should be the last time I ever need to go to those two with this thing. I hate when it does that. The slightest little dink and it's so loud. Here we go. I cannot reverse with trailers to save my life. Oh wow, that actually went quite smoothly. Pretty sure this thing's been moved. So guys, how do you dig? Do you dig keyboard and mouse, or do you dig control pad? I can drive keyboard and mouse, no problem. It's just easier if I've got the pad here. But I cannot. I have tried so many times to dig using the keyboard and mouse, and I can't get into it. Oh, and Dan, I will have a chat tomorrow, if I remember, with Ranty about the server. Did you have any friends that you wanted to join in? And if so, how many? Obviously friends that you can trust, not to just dish out the password. See? Cannot drive them to save my life. Oh yeah. I really should get some more of those stories. I just haven't been bothered. There's still a couple on this claim I need to get hold of. I haven't done any of Old Arnold. I haven't done any down the magnetite factory area. I did get the native village, but only because I was there. I was driving past it. Okay, that's moved somehow. Which means this one has, or needs to be readjusted. You I believe so. I've never actually done it. I've never actually gotten them all. The best I think I've done is like 2 or 3 stories shy. That's because I've looked for them myself. I haven't relied on videos. If I'm going to do it, I want to do it. You know, I want it to be me. Let's see if we can't get a different digging view going on here for a change. I mean, I prefer bucket cam, but not everyone likes it, do they? It slows me down, I find. And I end up digging too far down, like that. damn it. Sorry, guys. I need to focus. If I want another clean up before the stream ends, I need to pay attention to what I'm actually doing. I haven't gotten any of the pages from the sawmill, even though I drove through it. I didn't get the pumpkin either. I haven't gone to the junkyard, so obviously I don't. I mean, obviously I don't have the hood. You haven't seen me with the hood. I hate that hood. It ruins any skin that you're using. And I haven't got the stories from there, obviously. So. There's a reason I decided to pull this upwards instead of down on the floor. When I need to, if I make a low enough ledge, I can actually back this up and actually go further back with the excavator as a result. So what? 3 more fills it up completely. I think it's 4% with this. Yeah. Well, 2.5 technically, but but they waste so much fuel doing that though, leaving them running all the time. But watch, right? There we go. See, I can back it up now. I'm just going to load the bases a little bit. Save a little bit of fuel. The hell. No, wrong way. Come on. Stop. And now that's ruined that. Yay, thank you. There we go. Not actually ready for the ledge yet. That was a demonstration. I think one of the biggest points that will move, that means they're moving around, is there is a tiny speck of dirt on the floor somewhere. And then if there is, it will slide about on that tiny speck of dirt. It's so annoying. Lior, if that's the right way of pronouncing that, welcome. If you're watching this now live, welcome, welcome, welcome. If not, if you're watching a video and you've decided to like it, thank you very much, dude. Hopefully you'll get to this point eventually. Welcome to the Ninja Army. Made me jump. I went the wrong way, didn't I? Wrong vehicle. I'm going to set that up properly when I buy my vehicles, because obviously the one you fast travel to is the last one purchased or rented. So I will fix that a lot more securely. Easier to fast travel between vehicles, in like the order that I want when I purchase them all. Obviously the Frankensteins will be last, but the Frankenstein that I want to teleport to, basically, if I'm not in a vehicle and I teleport to a vehicle, I want it to put me in the Frankenstein that's up there, that end one there. Quickly access the plant if something's going wrong, or if I need to stop the plant because it's full. Ah, crap, I shouldn't have done that. But you know, I have not used the water source at all this entire season. And then in the normal course of things, during a season, I only ever really use it for the hog pan. So it's kind of pointless telling us about that now. I mean, well, not entirely. I mean, sometimes I do like to just chill out, play the game as it was originally intended, you know, only get nuggets from the dirt. But the next time you see me on a live stream with this game, unless I decide to do an extra one on Wednesday, I don't always, because there's only 2 days a week that I don't stream, and I don't like to overdo it. Worst case scenario will be it'll be Thursday with this game, and those who aren't keeping track of my progress in the leaderboards themselves, I might be in the top 10 by then. I might even be on a different gold map on this claim, owning my machinery. A lot can happen. Yeah. Do you know what I miss? Right, you used to be able to like you had say you got a dump truck full of dirt, right, and you fall into a ditch. Fast travel that around, or reset the dump truck, and it used to keep hold of the dirt. But, and admit it, I've been guilty of doing this myself. So on our old Arnold, okay, your wash plant's over here. Now I used to like digging from this bit here and going in that direction. So I'll be digging up here, filling up my dump truck, which is on the hard pan, the bedrock down in here. No way to drive up onto the dirt. So I used to then reset it so it's automatically over here, and then I'll drive it to the wash plant, empty it out, and then drive back and drop down onto the bedrock again. But they changed it so that you can't do that. If you reset the dump truck, you lose the dirt. There is one thing I'm kind of curious whether they changed or not. I want to try one thing out. If I can get in the hole. Let's do some useless dirt to test this out, so I don't lose out on anything here. I'm only going to do one scoop. Maneuverability. There we go. So that has 12% of dirt in it. Fast travel destroys it too. Is that meant to be destroys? Ah, yeah, they took that away. You used to be able to do that. You used to be able to go from claim to claim. Like, you could fill up Frankensteins and transfer it. Like, you got it all set up on one particular claim. You used to be able to just fill up your dump trucks or your Frankensteins or whatever, instead of moving the vehicle, the whole wash plant system. You used to be able to just transfer it over. This is the progress that I wound up making here. As you can see, that's got a slope starting there, which would have made it really difficult going off in this direction, and then here I would have needed to delete all of that at a bare minimum. Now I prefer normally to have 4 wide. That's why I moved. I decided not to. This was such a sucky claim map. Yeah, it does, but that's just a lot more difficult to maintain. Alright, I know a way where some of your, where you can set up your wash plant items when you're moving over to a new claim. Oh, that you can just give it a little nudge with your feet and it will slide all the way down the hill nearly. A lot of different things. I think it works with the sluice runs, possibly the jigs. We've still got dirt in there though, look. Yeah, Nighthawk is great for the gold, but it's the setup is a bitch. If you like the straight and the flat, then Pine Valley is yours if you're no good with the bulldozer. I know this is a little bit of a waste of time, but it helps. I know it sounds stupid, and it takes longer to do it this way, but it does help. There is always that slight risk if you're doing it straight off the bat. Things moving, things running out of fuel, you know, whatever. There's always issues, but if you're doing this, you're at least keeping an eye on it to begin with. And to have a constant almost three Frankensteins for a little while until it catches up, it's pretty decent. I mean, I could load the hopper as well, but I'm not going to. Just going to do the Franks. I don't do this every time either. Another reason I do this occasionally as well, I'm not going to lie, I've got a dual monitor set up and I'll quite happily sit here and watch stuff while I'm digging. But this gives me a little chance to just have a break and focus on the TV show for a moment, or the film, or whatever, you know. Oh yeah, I'm going to show you, as a result of my bulldozing, look at the amount of overburden on some of these. Look at that one. That is, by rights, if we went over and looked at that particular square, there should be no dirt. It should be all gold dust, through and through, according to that. We got that one, almost nothing. Barely any overburden there. Makes life a lot easier. That's another benefit to the bulldozing. For an hour's time, I just spent an hour doing it. Once you get used to using the bulldozer, it only took me an hour to do what I did. It's a lot easier for me to maneuver on the ground. There's less overburden. You make more money faster as a result. At least in my eyes anyway. I mean, if I wanted to, I could have reduced the amount of overburden on the ones I'm digging at the moment, but I couldn't be bothered to have 2 different steps. There. That's my overburden. This is where I pushed it all over to. And it kind of compacts the dirt as well. But you have to make sure that you give your excavator space, because it's got a big arse and it needs to be able to swing around. So don't just do the squares that you're on, that you're going to be digging. You need to go a little beyond. I shouldn't be digging like that. I need to step it, not grab it from the bottom. I need someone to like slap my hand every time I try to do it. I'm just filling them up, loading the bases. And then I'm going to shift the one here over to a new square, and then I'll turn them all on. And it'll be a constant stream of dirt, no fuel wasted. I mean, it takes longer to fill up the bases. I'm not going to lie to you on that. It's more chilled, you know. It's more Oh, sorry guys. Bit of saliva went down the wrong hole there. Ugh. Yeah, it's more chilled, it's more relaxed. I enjoy doing it. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it if you're going for a speed run or anything. Did you guys know, are you aware that the more you drive over a piece of dirt, the smoother it becomes? Like if you've made yourself a little slope in dirt, but it's not quite even on the slope, the more you drive on it, the more even it becomes. because I've done that before in Pine. I've actually dug down instead of going down the bedrock. I picked a section deeper in and I dug myself downwards using the front end loader. Made like a dirt ramp. Why aren't you? Oh, you're stuck, that's why. But it was full of little pits and things, and the more I used it, the smoother it became. I could probably show you it working as well. Why? What happens there? Right, watch this section I'm about to go down. This bit of dirt, okay? You might see it. Let me see if I can zoom in. Right, watch where the wheels go over the dirt. You might see it changing a little. Assuming it will let me up. It's easier to notice on little bits like here. Oh, okay. That's not showing it properly right now. It does happen. In fact, look, you can see it. Compared to the rest, how it's edged out a little bit and ramped it. Okay, that should be alright there. There we are. Ah, you're kidding me. See? This is why it's good to do this. This is this is the beneficial side of it. You find out exactly what's going on as you're going. I am reaching that, that's good. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to. even if you're lagging behind, occasionally it's just good to just piss about like this, really. You know, you're still making some progress, better than nothing, but it stops you from burning out quite so quickly. Just taking it at a slower pace. So what do you know about the colour of the squares you have highlighted? Well, currently, well, it's a trick, you see. Well, that wasn't me reading that last little bit either. Right now, it says I'm digging an overburden, but down here it's not overburden. Up here is. It doesn't give you a proper account. You have to drill literally to get a full overview. You need to fill up the entire square with these little dots. Like that one isn't really giving me much info. But each of these dots will tell you a little better. What I need is a decent square that's got a lot of drills in it, but unfortunately I don't have one. It's 10 o'clock IRL, 10 PM. I want the clean up finished by midnight if I can handle it, if I can get that done. I may be off tomorrow, but I still want sleep. Yeah, I know. It's because I have a particularly good average of gold, or better average of gold within that scoop. That's what it means. It's not actually what's in the square at that time. It's what's in the scoop. But they only have a few pre-designed colours assigned to the squares. You can't get like a slow fade. It goes from one to the other. Yeah, that's what I've just said. These Frankensteins used to go so much faster. Are you shitting me? So they'll dig something like that and wonder why their cleanouts are bad, or do you mean that? The 40 ouncer. I need to fix this dirt. That'll do. Just gonna alt tab out for a second. Wow, guys, I need 17.3 more hours, and then I've hit 2.5k on this game. Two and a half thousand hours, nearly. Damn, that's a lot of time I've wasted. My time on this leaderboard, by the way, this will always be the case. Dan, you're on my friends list leaderboard. My time is not an accurate depiction of how much time I spent playing the leaderboard, because I will quite often leave the game paused and do something that needs to be done indoors, like housework and stuff like that. Well, that's because of all the overburden. GoldRush is one of your go-to games when you need to chill out. There's something relaxing about... Yeah, there is. Another good one for chilling out, if you're quite tech-minded, you should try out PC Building Simulator. It's basically a PC version of Car Mechanic. Like you're owning a PC repair shop, and you got, well, your uncle did, but he kind of drove it into the ground, and you're trying to make money to keep it up and running, and you can upgrade to get more workstations and things like that. So doing it the way I did, that's almost 100%. In fact, I still got pretty much... I went the wrong way. Pretty much 2 full Frankensteins still. No, you should give it a look. It's a lot better than it sounds. If you're someone who does it a lot anyway, the game itself is quite relaxing, I find anyway. What else? What's another one? I like city building games, you know, SimCity, Cities Skylines. I like things like Medieval Dynasty. I got recently been playing with Ranty off camera. Ranch Simulator. See, I've had, technically speaking, I have both had and haven't had my PC for a very long time. I've had the case for a good number of years now. Power supply unit, probably almost as long. But the rest of it I've been upgrading as I go, as needed. And a couple of my subs during the first lockdown banded together and donated £300 to help me upgrade, because I needed, my motherboard had reached its max potential for CPU upgrades. I mean, I would struggle at this point with slightly lower settings. I would struggle to maintain a 30 FPS because of the amount of dirt that's been shifted. But they banded together to help fund me a new motherboard, which then meant I could get a new CPU, which also meant needing to update my RAM as well. Yeah, one of them you actually know, or might know if you hang around long enough. Sorry, he's been in my ARC streams a couple of times, not very often. Mr. Gamer, or Stu. He's one of my moderators as well. Not for that reason. Not because he donated. But because he was there a lot for during the lockdown streams, and he helps to maintain order, so to speak. I'm now running, was it an A5? I mean, it's not top of the line PC, but it does pretty well. I mean, I'm dual monitoring, playing a game, streaming the game, and I'm still, I mean, we all know what this game is like when you look in a certain direction. But I'm still, for the most part, maintaining a 60 FPS with it locked at 60. Yeah, dude with the sheep in his room. Absolutely. It's just an ongoing joke because he's Welsh. I like a good sort of grindy game as well. It's why I like playing modded Minecrafts and things like that. Right, so right now, this is obviously a good location to look at. I'm at 60 FPS. Let me... see if I can find that bit. I mean, some things are low, some things are high. Some things you don't need, which is why I turned them off. Well, it definitely won't be there. I've got it locked. Ah, no. That's show FPS. I can't remember where it is. Yeah. But I've been over 100. At the blacksmith I'm like 120, something like that. I don't know if you guys have noticed at all, but the background music has only been the upbeat, cheery ones. Like, you don't get the nighttime boom kind of one. You guys notice that? And there's been no pause in between them either. And the volume is 0 right now. The music for it. Oh look, music stopped. Where obviously when you get the DLC you get the soundtracks as well, don't you? I'll just have it playing in media player, just the more upbeat ones, better for streaming. Ah, my bad. I had someone asking me yesterday, oh that's not even close to a full bucket. I had someone asking in a comment like, don't you lose, because they saw me digging like this bit, don't you lose like a ton of gold or dirt or gold or something like that using the front end loader? I had to explain to them, yes, if you dig straight from the bottom upwards. You need to step it, even with this. I actually did like a myth buster a couple of seasons ago at the end of a leaderboard. I took 2 days. What I did was I readied a claim, highlighted X squares, dug it out using the front end loader from the ground upwards, literally scraping off the bedrock as I'm going into the squares. That's the only way I did it. Like, it was only picking up the dirt from like there, like that, right, all the way up from the top where to the height of the excavator up there. Then I ran it through the wash, saved it under a separate save, ran it through the wash plant. I double myth busted at the time, I think. I did the clean out with the hog pan sluice runs as well, wrote down the numbers, then I did the same clean out without the hog pan sluice runs just to see what the difference would be, and it was only like 10 ounces or something stupid like that. Then I loaded the original save and dug the same squares in the method you're seeing me do it now, like you starting off with the excavator and then doing the front end loader, and I got more than double my clean out of the first one. And it's not just looking at the sky, by the way. Just turning in a circle, you can see the fluctuation in the FPS. It's just a certain direction. The game doesn't like you looking at it. I think that's just about going into the hopper. Oh, I turned it off. I didn't mean to turn it off. Don't turn off. Oh no, it wasn't turned off. It just ran out of dirt on the belt. Yeah, that's counting it. No, no. I can link you later in Discord if you want me to. The the Mythbuster I did. It's 2 full live streams, but oh good, I can start using the water source again. I didn't even realise it had gotten so dark. I have a dark monitor, so you have to bear with me when it does start getting dark. Like my monitor's darker than normal. In fact, if I'm looking over at my second monitor at the playback on OBS, I'm seeing things clearer on that screen than I am on the actual game screen. I can't up it any further, I've tried. I need it broader. There we go. Do you know, giving this thing the ability to change the diff lock is stupid. Same with that. Why would you want to turn diff lock off for these 2 vehicles at any point ever? Split was saying about the 10% less, something about the devs wanted to keep it balanced with the excavator because it digs twice as much dirt. Yeah, basically the lower down you dig, it's like a physics thing. I think is the way they did it. If I was to reach down, straight down, as far down as I could, this is why I'm saying I shouldn't do it this way, slap my hands, you know. The further down you dig from, the more potential you lose. The more you could potentially lose up to a limit. That's why I dig down in steps. No, diff lock is helps with power. Well, I mean, look, I've turned diff lock off, and it's still doing it. In fact, that's harder to control. But when diff lock is off, when the differential lock is off in this game, the vehicles have less power, less horsepower available to them. I think it's potentially like converting from a 2-wheel drive to a 4-wheel drive, or different with the dump truck, of course, because it's got 6 wheels. I mean, that might be me sounding stupid. I don't actually drive in real life. I have no idea how to drive, and I don't intend to want to learn. I get motion sick quite easily in real life, in vehicles. So, I prefer to walk if I can help it. If I can't help it and I don't need to carry anything heavy, I'll take a bicycle ride. Hell, for fun, I will happily go. There's basically a seafront. I live on a coastal town, and there's a seafront bicycle ride almost all the way along on a 16 miles to another town, and then obviously the 16 miles back. It's a lovely, lovely bicycle bicycle route if the weather is good enough. With the pickup truck, you know how it says, like, if your diff lock is on and you're in town, it gives you warning prompts to turn it off. This is why I think it switches from 2-wheel to 4-wheel drive, because if your tyres wear out at different paces, which is why, you know, if you're not got fantastic mechanics or numbers of mechanics and so on, you need to rotate your wheels at a certain point. But when you turn on the diff, if diff lock is on the tarmac, it wears down all 4 wheels at a fast, you know, one set normally degrades slower than the others. It does them all almost at the same pace. That's what I'm trying to get at. So we saw these squares, they were all 600s. What are we thinking for the clean out? Where am I now? Let's have a look. 15th, I am 2,500 away from top 10 position, so that's not bad. If I'm lucky, if I am very, very lucky, and get an extremely high clean out, I could take 14th, but it's unlikely. You're at 3.3 now, Dan. A half decent clean out, and you could potentially get 17th. You'll be behind Spy. Me and Spy have been rivals in this for many seasons now. It started off, we were very evenly matched. Like, during the lockdown, we were back and forth, constantly overtaking each other. The Pregnator, hello. Yeah, basically, I'm not going to lie, I'm happy they've done it. It's because too many people were like, I can't compete in the leaderboards because I work. And that's fair enough. You know, you're trying to compete in the leaderboards with the only nuggets you're getting are through the dirt. And the people who can play the game full time are on like tier 3 or 4, whilst you've only had enough time to be able to dig. You're still on the mobile wash plant, you know. So they did that to help level the playing field a little bit more. Oh, I'll tell you what, guys. Sorry, I'll be right back. I need a quick toilet stop. I won't be too long. See you in a second. Sorry guys. Basically I work in a kitchen, and this time of year obviously drinking a lot is essential, and it just catches up once you're no longer that dehydrated. It all just catches up with you. You know what I'm on about. The thing I do like about this game is seeing your progress, not necessarily with the amount of gold. Oh, we've got 100% left to go. Not about the amount of cash or the amount of gold, but the amount of ground you've covered, or uncovered as the case may be. Oh, good luck, dude. Good luck. They don't really give you much notice though. So the second one hits. Basically, a leaderboard season lasts about 4 weeks. So my advice to you is, the moment a leaderboard starts, if you're able to give about 2 weeks notice for a holiday, that's when you need to do it. The only reason why I automatically assumed is that's how it works at my work, because they do the schedule 2 weeks in advance, but only release it like a week at a time. You need to give at least 2 weeks notice on a booked holiday. Pregnator, was it you who was asking who I linked the videos to? I don't know. Sometimes I think they kind of do like a month on, a month off. And I don't play in every season leaderboards. Sometimes I can do 2 in a row. Other times I can only do 1. And I've gone so hard on it that I'm burnt out, you know. They want that here as well, but if no one else has taken days off, you can even get it 1 day before. Ah, fair enough. Was those videos helpful? Like the setup one, and then I gave you the myth busting ones as well, didn't I? Were they helpful to you? I think I might do a bulldozing video at some point after this leaderboard season is done. Oh, I hate that glitch. I hate that one so much. There we go. Do you know, originally this game, the wash plant would output tailings, and it would all pile up on the hard pan at the end of the S rocks. Like what? What sort of things caught your attention? It's helpful to me to know. Like if I ever need to do an updated one, I know what to keep in and what I don't need. Like if they ever change the game enough to warrant an updated variation of how to start. That's annoying me. Yeah, no, that's all good, dude. It's all good. Take your time. I'm not going anywhere till this clean out's done. So when I said I want it done by midnight, it was 10 o'clock, right? I said it was actually 10 past 10, but I said it was 10 o'clock. And I said I wanted to do the clean out by midnight. Now typically, filling 3 sets of mats can take me anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours. I hadn't processed any dirt, had I, when I said 10 o'clock? But oh no, I had been filling up the things, hadn't I? I've been filling up, loading the bases. So that was an hour and a half at that point. Yeah, it's taken a little longer. Typically, if I can just go ham, I'm like an hour and a half to 2 hours filling up the mats. But loading the bases, so far it's given me probably an extra half hour, 40 minutes. But it's been fine. I've been chilling and chatting, and do you know what? Playing games is all good and well, but when it comes to streaming, my biggest enjoyment, apart from knowing that you guys have enjoyed the game, is actually chatting. I like the interaction the most. That with the live streams anyway. When it comes to videos, if I ever get the time to do them again, work and streaming and such, I actually really enjoy the editing process. But I don't get the interaction, so you know it's if no one's watching the videos and I'm not getting the interaction, it tends to get me down and depressed about the way the things are going, and that's why I tend to stick to the live streams a bit more often. Real time. An hour and a half to 2 hours IRL. I can usually fill up 3 sets of mats if I've got a good setup. I've been known to be able to get 2 clean outs actually processing the gold in a 24-hour in-game day. I'd have to obviously finish processing, like do a gold clean out at the just past midnight, but dude, I just made all my videos private, wasn't getting enough views to make me keep going. I know, like, that's why I prefer live streaming, because you got the interaction. You know, I find that a lot more satisfying. I mean, there are days when I'm sitting here talking to myself because no one turns up, or no one, or I might occasionally get one person for like 10 minutes. Or someone just watching in the background. It's tough sometimes. The biggest thing that you learned was the drilling for nuggets. Yeah, they changed that a few seasons back. Like I said, to even the playing field a bit more with people who work versus people who can play the game full time. Basically, drilling for nuggets can get you straight up onto the top tier wash plant. And the part about buying the stuff the last day permafrost with them being the cheapest then. Yeah, but think about it. they're not in demand, are they? Although it's kind of backwards. Like, okay, yes, technically people aren't going to be using the machine, so why should they want to buy them during permafrost? However, everyone knowing that will be buying them at their cheapest at the edge of permafrost. So that's when the prices should be at their most. Do you know what? I've actually been sipping a little bit at some Jim Beam. Not enough to actually affect my speech with you guys. But I'll happily crack open a Guinness on stream. I've done it before. What about the workers? Did you know about that one? About the cheapest way to hire your workers? If you want a decent number of workers, the best way to do it is to skip 2 years with only the hog pan stuff on your claim. But you might need to do some extra drilling to compensate. Oh, we're about to take a huge chunk of cash. I'm thinking 430 ounces, 430 grand. Sorry, is going to be lost. No, because we had 640. So hold on. No, it was more than six. It was 670, wasn't it? So, yeah, I think about 420 grand. But it's still the cheapest way to do it is to have them as hog pan or sluice, hog pan sluices until you need to retrain them. 380. I was 60 grand short. $60 grand shy. I wasn't a bad guess though, considering. Yeah, sorry if I keep pausing the game, by the way, to read chat. One of the monitor which is my smaller monitor that that I'm not playing the game on. Basically, it's the one that I'm not playing on. Part of the corner is dying on me. The bottom right hand corner, it's got like a dark shadow amongst the crystals or whatever it is that is inside the screen, and it just looks like there's someone standing there casting a shadow over it. It just makes it harder to see the chat a little bit when it's all the way down the bottom like it is, but I'm glad it's all the way down the bottom because it means people are chatting, we are enjoying themselves, chilling out, relaxing and cool. And I'm not going to go into that song because I can't sing to save my life. Oh, then we're done. I can actually see when someone has days off. I can put my days off in as well. Oh, that's nice, dude. That's nice. Alright, so given the time, I might on a work day, when I got work the next day, I usually finish streaming now. Obviously, like I said, I'm not working tomorrow, so I'll do this clean up before ending off. Well, I'm working next week. I've got like 2 days off next week as usual. Then I am off the week after. So, 2 clean outs in one stream. I'm not worthy. Like I said, my usual routine with these is I would get home from work. I would chew through the dirt as best I could, collect the buckets, but not put them through. And then I'll do whatever I've got on stream, and then we would just clean out all those buckets at the end of the stream. My advice, right? Would it hurt you to take the first week of the leaderboard and the last week of the leaderboard? I asked that because the drilling can literally take like 2 days solid to drill, and if you drill, yeah, you get like 2,000 ounces drilling. It will take you 2-3 hours just to smelt all that gold. Then you got to prep the claim. You've got to set up the wash plant, get your workers. It's a long process at the beginning. And then if you had the final week, you got the time for that final push, if needed. Do you see what I'm trying to get at? I mean, it's only a suggestion. Don't take it as gospel. I don't know how that would work for you. I don't know if that would give you a good attempt at the leaderboard or not. But I would be further ahead right now if I wasn't working the first 3 days of this leaderboard season. I was working the first 3 days, then I had 1 day off, and then I was working again. This is why I'm renting most of my machines. I didn't have enough time to drill the amount I usually do. So what were you reckoning? I'd like to, oh, could you imagine 700 ouncer? That would be beautiful. I normally finish work at 4 PM. Then I've got to go shopping. Because I've got a bad back and I don't drive, I generally get like a couple of days shopping each, a day or two's worth of shopping at a time. So 9 times out of 10 I pop into the local supermarket on the way home from work. Ah, no, see, I sleep. I'm a deep sleeper. It could take me forever to get to sleep, but once I am, I'm not easy to wake. With the exception of my daughter, she's always been able to get through. But that's understandable. Why? That is annoying. You're going to say 638. I had a better clean out last time on slightly worse squares. I think I was on like 500 squares before. For those who aren't used to playing on Nighthawk, I would strongly advise making sure that this one here, if you do this method, is set up in the best place for you, for the way you play, because you don't want to be like having to step like this all the time trying to put mats in. Trust me. I sleep through my mobile alarm, which goes off half hour before my radio alarm. But I do it that way because I do know that my phone, even if I don't wake up to it completely, it brings me closer to waking up. Like it partially wakes me up, just not enough for me to be aware that I'm even beginning to at that particular moment. Hold on, I'll read that in 2 seconds. Yeah, I have that with my inner clock. It basically almost wakes you up just before your normal alarm goes off. I said half hour for mine, didn't I? That's wrong. I do it 10 minutes. I used to have it half hour and it worked for a while, and then I kind of compensated for it and would wind up dozing all the way back into the proper sleep again. I was about to turn that back on. So, in theory, both of the buckets on these things should have the exact same amount of gold in each one, because they've both processed an even number of dirt from the mats and everything. Like, it's done in such a way, this bucket and this bucket should hold the exact same amount of dirt, of gold. I'm going to do what I did last time. I'm going to put all the high gold ones in first. Usually I like to mix them up and don't care which one goes in first. Make it a surprise, but doing it a little differently. Oh my god. Do you see that magnetite? 1,600 ounces. Holy crap. %30 bucket. What the hell? Oh no, because I've mixed them together, they're definitely even. But maybe that'll be another Mythbuster. And that is another reason why I have a 5-minute autosave timer. Every 5 minutes my autosave kicks in. This game used to crash a lot, so that's what. So I kept the timer at 5 minutes back then, and I just haven't changed it. And I'm talking 5 minutes IRL. Yeah, well, it's meant to be every hour, isn't every a lot longer. Basically it's every hour in game. I've done that before. Have you ever tried putting the magnetite in the wavetable just to see what it does? It comes out saying basic. If there is any gold in it, it's like almost zero. That sucks, dude. Let's have a look. Let's double check this. Double check my double check on right. Where is it? Where's that setting? It should be in games. Timescale. No. Back autosave. 1 hour in game. And you've seen how often it happens. I'll tell you what, we'll do it, okay? I'll save the game before I do, but I'll run the magnetite through the wavetable. Actually, I've got a couple of things I want to test. Let's make this, as it's only 11:10. Let's do a couple of little testing stuff. No, it doesn't save every minute 10 seconds for me. I think an in-game hour is 5 minutes. Right, so first things first, first test. Okay, let's see if these two buckets are identical. $1,811 ounces of magnetite. 1,800. Holy crap. $1,800, and it gave me 129. Or 1,800. Yeah. Right, now before we run that through the thing there, I've just done a quick save. I'm going to run this bucket through again. See just how thorough this machine is. Okay, so it gets all the magnetite out. Chuck the magnetite in, see what happens. Nothing. It's lost. Don't put magnetite in the magnetite separator. It deletes it. Oh, there goes my controller. And magnetite in here. I'm not seeing any increase at all. Zero. Okay. So there you go. Right, so 129.382. 129. The point variant doesn't matter quite so much. 129. One, 2, 8. So yeah, basically the same. There's a slight margin of error. We'll test it. Should we test with those ones as well? Or do you think we're done with the testing? I don't know why I was waiting on that one. No more testing needed. Okay. Don't worry, dude. I'm very good at reading, say, for example, dyslexic people when they type. I can read that. I can read pretty good through context, as opposed to just what's being shown. I just got one of those brains. Like I automatically make up what's being said in my head. For the same reason, I can also read upside down. I can read back to front. I can read mirrored writing. I can read writing that's made up of numbers. If you've got a sentence and the first and last letter of each word is exactly the same as it's supposed to be, but all the other letters of that word is jumbled up, I can still read that sentence perfectly. I've just got one of those brains. That is an awesome idea, Penetrator. Holy crap, just stack the buckets. Dude, you should give them that. You should post that one on the forums. No. Let me look. Ready? Come on, turn the right way. What I find funny, like, look how tiny these buckets are, okay? Here we go. Children can fall into bucket and drown. If that bucket, for a start, right? A child small enough to crawl onto the edge of that bucket wouldn't, and fall in, wouldn't be strong enough to pull it over when it's full of water. No chance. The amount of weight they would need to do, because they'd be so small that it could only crawl and then try and climb, right? And the weight that they would exert on the side of the bucket would tip the bucket over. Did I waste a bucket somehow? I hope not. I'm not going to be getting a 700 ouncer. I think I got all... Yeah. Definitely not going to have a 700 ouncer, but it is going to be a damn good clean out. Oh, the moment of truth. There's no way it would be hit 700 ounces. Not a chance. Prove me wrong. Go on, prove me wrong. No, it won't. As much as I would love it to, it's not going to happen. 20 ounces shy. Oh. Do you know what? I have never been so gutted to be so right. that's where it is. I thought I'd gained a bucket somewhere. It has never sucked so hard to be right. Away from them, Pregnator. If you need to translate for Google, through Google, if it's okay to ask. I should still be in the same position, but almost. Oh, oh my God! Are you freaking kidding me? 5 ounces. 5 stupid. Ah. Oh, that sucks. Oh my God, that is actually a huge disappointment. I'm not even kidding you. Just that 5 ounces is a massive, massive disappointment right now. You know, it's time for some bean. Yeah, no, that's fair enough, dude. I'm trying to remember if Ranty is from the Netherlands or if it was a different area. I'm not very good with geography. I know that is rough. I mean, I already know I'm top 10 at the moment in seasonal, and I've got a pretty decent lead on that. And it'd be nice to win the skin regardless. But if I get a win here, but not here, I consider that a loss. It's so much easier to get into this one. I want the challenge of this. Where am I? Here we are. Oh, no, I'm speechless. I can't. You wish. You may overtake me during next week, but then I've got a week off to just go nuts. Right, I'm gonna buy some upgrades with this one. I got a bit of money banked up now. Anyone else who is interested in having me or you know, in this list here, I will accept the invite this is how my Steam name is. But be warned, I do not really do messaging on Steam. Okay. I have pop notifications turned off. I have sounds turned off. Pop-ups. Yeah, no, that would be funny, dude. No, look. Dan, okay? Do your best. I don't want any special favours. If you beat me, dude, good job. Okay? The whole point of this is to have fun, and me and Spy wouldn't be anywhere near basically the friendly competition between, or the rivalry that kicked up on that first season between me and Spy. That season was like maddeningly enjoyable. Just from the, oh my god, he's taken over me again. I got him. Trust me, do what you do. Okay, you do you. You beat me. Virtual handshake, dude. Virtual handshake, good game. All that jazz. Yeah? Alright, let's go for the cost. Well, Spy's in the same situation as me on this leaderboard. He's got a job this time round. He's not quite as many days as me per. He's like doing 4 days a week, but well, add me for this one, Pregnator. I can't guarantee whether or not I'll be in the next one. Sometimes I don't do 2 seasons in a row. Depends on how burnt out I feel. You know, I kind of want to go digging in the bloody hog pan just to get that 5 ounces. Right, so I'm telling you guys now, it's unlikely I will stream tomorrow. It's normally my day off on Sundays, and I just chill out myself. You know, saves it. If I were to do this every day, I would stop enjoying it. You know, I take 2 days a week just for me. Occasionally I might do an extra day, but it's not very often. So if you wanna, just on the off chance, you know, hit that bell notification and all that. But it's highly unlikely I'll stream tomorrow. The next time I'll be streaming this game.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Alexa, shut up. Didn't even say your name. That's what I thought. The earliest I will be streaming this next would be definitely Thursday, potentially Wednesday, depends on if I'm up for it. Wednesday is my second day off, my other day off. So by the time we come back, my claim would have been reset. Obviously I would have put through a lot more gold. Well, might be reset. Let's not push the boat out. Let's see how it goes. But it might be reset. Might own all my machines. We'll have to wait and see. I do it so I can just tell him I hog pound overtook you. Oh, I beat you by using the hog pan, biatch. Alright dude, when I'm done with the stream I shall accept that for you. But yeah, like I said, I don't really do Steam messages. If you want to, feel free to join the Discord. There is a link below. I'm not forcing you to. No one has to do it. It's obviously community made or community based. These prices just get better and better. What's the time? 11:30. Dude, that would be so funny. Okay, do you want a quick, brief tutorial on the bulldozer? Yeah, no, that's fine. Pics are fine. And it's fine to use GIFs as well. Just don't flood the chat with them, please. Yeah. All right. Let me make an actual proper save here. This is where I'll pick up tomorrow. Yeah, look. This will give you a breakdown of the seasons I've done. Season 10, 11. Then I skipped one. Did 13. I think I might have did last season, but I think it was last season. Basically, we were doing it differently. We were doing it non-DLC, me and a couple of others. We wanted to see how we were going to do. Wasn't that one? It was... I don't know which one it was then. It was either 14 or 15. I think it was 14. But the problem was, my game crashed on me and my save became unusable. So I had to back out of it. Go to Old Arnold with it. I keep forgetting with the mouse you've got to click on everything. Yeah, no. Well, are you saying you're better than I am, Dan? You've seen what I've done. Only took me an hour. Are you saying you're better than me? Wait, what the hell? I'm such an idiot. Ignore me. It's such a habit to go into that machine shop and to rent a drill. That's what it is. I was just testing you all. I wanted to see who was paying attention. The funny thing is, I was thinking about saying, if you add a worker to this, it will unlock a square every day. And it still didn't click. I still didn't register what had happened. No secret trick. I just wasn't paying attention. Like I said, it's 20 to midnight for me. Although, having said that, Penetrator, it's a couple of hours later for you, isn't it? Hour or two later? The drill dozer. Yeah, just find a way to chuck the drill into the ground and just drag it along the floor. Actually, do you know what? You can... Right, there was a couple of ways. Before they added nuggets, this was really handy. There's a couple of ways to drill multiple squares. If you drill on the line, it will drill any squares that are attached to that line. If you put the drill down on a slope and it slides down through the dirt, it will drill those ones as well. An hour later. Yeah, so I think you're the same country as Ranty then. Let's see, where would be the best place to do this? Actually, do you know what? I'm going to do it at the front here, because this will be a good way to demonstrate stepping it up. That looks weird over there for some reason. I must be at the drill holes. Right, so you want to start. Sorry, you want to start. No, I'm joking. Depends on which direction you're dozing from. On a slope like this, I would usually start from down here and push backwards against the slope. Obviously this little bit I'm riding on right now, who gives a crap about that, you know? That was an accident, because it's just the dozer dipped down on its own. Right, so blade all the way down, bring it up a notch, just a little notch, and just feather and adjust as you go. There you go. So I had to raise it a tiny bit, but I'm now just tapping the button. As you saw, it tried to slope up for a second there, so I just lowered the blade a little more. It just takes a little practice to get it even. help if it wasn't for such shallow ground, to be honest, but I chose to do it this way. So as you can see, I've got that relatively evenish. There's that little spine in the middle, and there's a little bit of a difference in height, not much. So by adjusting this bit here with the spine, it will deal with that bit, the uneven ground, like levels between the two sections. Sorry if I'm not very good at explaining. There goes my auto save. And you should save frequently as well. Whenever you've done a bit that you're happy with, save it. That way if you mess up, you can just reload that save. Let's go for a bit deeper ground. Make it easier to show you. You can see how level that is now. Here we go. So that would be what? There. Just use those as a guideline, essentially. It also helps you to keep track, like that's this one, I think. Yep, that's that corner there. So these don't really have overburden per se, do they? So I can't really show you with that aspect. But blade all the way down, as far down as it will go, and up a little bit. So all the way down and up. You just, if the dozer dips down like that when you're driving, that's what you've got to be careful of, because it will just score a massive line into it. Right, now the second pass should, or not, that didn't work for some reason. There we go. Got a little further. If it ever gets stuck, and I'll show you when it does, we've got to do that there, right? So if I then wiggle the blade a tiny bit, it will help you progress. It will get you moving again. Just try to make sure that any spikes or spines of dirt do not go between your caterpillar tracks. Because if it goes under your body, you will get stuck. This probably would have been better again if I'd gone in from this direction, because I started uphill. One of the things you do have to be careful of is it keeps trying to turn me like that. Do you see that? It bounces you and not nudges you off in a random direction. That is because the blade rose up a little bit. So I'll reposition and then keep going at it, and it will slowly push it back and down until you're back to that. A good claim to practice on, as much as I hate it, if you haven't got a lot of money, is Riverview, because of the terrain on that one. If you've got a much better tutorial video, Dan, make it public again, and try to link it in chat, and I'll see if it pops up for me. It won't pop up for anyone else, but if it pops up for me, then I can make it viewable. Or should be able to anyway. Just remember, when you're making another pass, you don't want to slam headfirst into a huge wall of that. As you can see, I'm only doing a little section on the next bit. Well, make a separate save so you don't waste that gold. Once you think you've got the hang of the bulldozer, you can reset the save or load up the actual main gameplay save, and you wouldn't have lost any gold at all. As you can see, I'm pushing through this quite nicely. The area I'm doing is looking pretty good, apart from obviously the little spines, which I am now currently dealing with. Although I missed that bit and now I'm stuck. So in this instance, what I normally do, I push the blade down and the ripper. I try to back up. Let's try raising the blade. No. Right, the ripper. Sometimes doing one or the other will work, but it's lifted me too high off the ground. Exactly. That's what I was trying to get at. I'm just not very good at explaining this particular thing. Or at least not when I'm this tired. I'm a dozer, get me out of here. It's not very often that happens to me. There we go. Right, there's one other thing I want to show you guys. Something I was talking about earlier. You should be able to see it a lot better here. So let me try and get another spine actually up and running. Right, so you know when I was talking about when you ride over dirt, how it changes. Right, so you see how pointy some of these bits are? You see that difference? Look, I've gotten rid of some of it. Like, you see it changing underneath the caterpillar there. See how much smoother that is just from riding over it. Yeah. I mean, obviously that's only a tiny bit of dirt that we're riding over, which is why it's affecting it so much. But, like, if you got a small ledge of dirt at the lip of your open pit, and you keep riding up and down that bit, it would eventually smooth it out into a small slope, like a small ramp, instead of a small ledgy lip. This is the most pointless thing to be included in the game. They've added it because it's a part of the TV show, but nobody ever drills during the digs during the winter. Yeah, it works with all of them. The more you drive over a set bit of dirt, the more it will change that dirt. It will be a gradual process and you may not even realise it, but it does do it. So, yeah, there you go, guys. Sorry if that wasn't the best explanation at all, but hopefully it's helped you a little bit, at least to get started for those who aren't aware of how it's done. But I am officially done. I'm tired. I'd like to get some sleep. I've got a hard day's digging ahead of me on the morrow, and then Monday and Tuesday I should be back, hopefully with Ranty and Celestro if they're not too busy, and maybe even Stu with some more Ark server play. The only way people will dig for gold during the winter is when they make it so you can't just sleep through days. Yeah, but that's not even necessary then, because you just drill for gold. Yeah, well, my usual streaming time is 8:30 for me anyway, which was 3.5 hours ago. So Monday, Tuesday, that'll be when the stream starts. Dan. I'll have a quick word with Branty tomorrow. We're probably looking at maybe 2-3 friends tops for the server. But I'll message you on Discord and we'll sort out the password for you, okay? Alright guys, well thank you very much for watching. Thank you for those who have hit the like button. For those watching after the fact, please don't forget to rate and comment below. It'd be nice to hear from you. If you're not already and you'd like to subscribe, obviously hit that button. Don't forget the bell icon for notifications. And I hope you all have a good night. Stay safe, sleep well. Goodbye.